Thanks for watching this video, and in this video I would like to solve the final assessment of week 2 intermediate 2. Okay, so here's the question, and we would like to make a courtesy phone call to customers who may not be aware of our express delivery option, and some customers who consider their orders to be urgent and do choose an express mode of delivery. Okay, fine, and while others do not. And we would also like some more senior members of staff to make these calls if these orders are generating a lot of revenue for our company. And in this regard, there are two proposals to evaluate and which orders are the most valuable for our company to find. So for solving this, you have to download this file, and I have already downloaded this, so I'm just going to open it. Okay, fine, close, enable it. Okay, and then here is the file. So okay, so first of all, it will be meaningful to define name all of the cells. Okay, I'm just going to select all and go to formula tab, use create from selection and top row. Okay, just okay, and replace existing or no problem. Okay, fine. Then I'm going to make it a table, so again control A, sorry, just going to select this one and control shift down arrow and then control T to make it table. Fine. Okay, so it will helpful to make this table and add name range. Okay, so just now go to the question. Okay, fine. So we want to figure out which orders are considered urgent by our customers, and this is to be judged by whether they specify that their order are high priority or critical priority, or if they choose an express year for delivery. So you're going to use or. Okay, or function, and populate column X so that it shows true if they classify their orders as high or critical, or if they have chosen express. So high or critical or express here. Okay, so then it will be true. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, and otherwise it will be blank. Okay, so go to worksheet and use formula. So okay, equal, so I'm going to use if function, if, and then or function. So if I3, that means order priority, is equal to high, again if it is equal to critical. Okay, critical, fine, high, okay, and critical. And if M3 is equal to express here. Okay, so just going to copy it, just copy it and paste it. Okay, fine, fine, then in the bracket again copy, comma, then it will be true. Fine, then if value is false, then it will show blank. Okay, just enter. Fine, and then at the top of the column count the number of cases for column X. So I'm just going to count the number of cases. Okay, so I'm going to use COUNTIFS function. Okay, fine, so is equal to COUNTIFS. Okay, I have already set name range. Okay, so customer. Okay, fine, customer who are urgent, here it is. Okay, uh, because the color of the letter is quite similar to the heading color, so it's not visible here, no problem. and then comma, and it will count if it is true. Okay, fine, in bracket, and here it is, and it is the answer. Okay, just copy it down and paste it here. Okay, fine. And then we want to figure out which customers who consider their orders to be urgent actually choose an urgent method of delivery. Okay, fine, and populate column Y so that it shows true if they classify their order as high or critical, and they have chosen express here as the mode of transportation shipment. Okay, fine. So here's two argument you have to use, first or and then end. Okay, and or. Okay, and at the top of the column count the number. Okay, fine. So first I'm going to column Y. Okay, so well, is equal to again if function, and then end function, and then or function. Logic one is if it's high, fine, if it's is equal to high, comma, again if is equal to critical. Okay, critical. Okay, fine, then end the or function, comma, now it's for end function. Okay, so if and it's is equal to express. Okay, express, yeah, fine, then in the bracket, so the value if true it will represent true, and otherwise it will represent blank. Okay, and enter. It's already use fill function because it's a table. Okay, so go to Y, I'm just going to count it now. Okay, so COUNTIFS function, fine, COUNTIFS function of customer who are urgent and choose delivery. Okay, so customer who are urgent and choose urgent delivery, okay, tab and comma, and count if it's true. Okay, so true, fine, in bracket, and here it is, 67 is the answer. Just copy it down and paste it here. Fine, we want to figure out which orders are considered medium priority or higher. Okay, fine, and populate column Z so that it shows true if they classify their order as medium or high or critical, and at the top of the, okay, fine, so whether it's medium, high or critical, so again go to Z and again use or function. Okay, so if this one is equal to high. Okay, sorry, first medium, medium, and then again if this is equal to high. Okay, again if this is equal to critical. Okay, fine, so end of the bracket, fine. Well, so now I'm just going to count this. Okay, fine, is equal to count this function, again count ifs. Okay, and high or critical, high, tab, comma, it will count true. Okay, and enter, and it's the answer. Just copy it and paste it here, fine. and which customers are not choose express here for their delivery. Okay, fine. And populate column double A so that it shows true if they do not choose express here as the mode of shipment. Okay, fine. And here's and the function not gives the opposite result, which may be useful here. Okay, and at the top of the column count the number of case for column A. Okay, so I'm just going to use not function also. Okay, so now go to the AA and if function and not also. Okay, fine. So fine, if they don't use express here. Okay, so if they don't use express here as the shipment mode. Okay, just copy down and paste it here. Okay, so fine, and then it will represent. Okay, and it will represent true, otherwise it will represent blank. Okay, fine, that's the answer. And I'm just going to count this one. Count if fine customer who do not use express here, and again comma, then it will count true. Okay, it will count true. Okay, and enter. Fine, and is the answer. Just copy down and paste it here. Okay, fine. And then given your answer to questions 3 and 4, we want to call the customers who have priorities that are medium or higher, that means medium, high or critical, and but do not choose express here for delivery. Okay, fine. And populate column A B so that it shows call if both columns Z and double A are true and do not call otherwise. Okay, fine. And then we have to count it. So go to AB and go to AB is equal to, I'm going to use again if function and then and function also. Fine. And if Z3, that means this one is equal to true, and again comma, and again double A3 is equal to true in bracket, then it will represent call. Okay, and otherwise it will represent what? Do not call. Just copy it down and paste it here. Okay, so just invert comma end and bracket in, just enter. So here it is. Fine, now I'm just going to count this. So count ifs function again, and then customer to call, they are medium. Okay, fine, this one, and then again, so I'm just going to count call. Okay, so fine, in bracket and enter, and it's 526 and it is the answer. Okay, so just copy it down and paste it here. Okay, and we will be calling those customers whose entry in column AB is call. Okay, fine, and to talk to them about our express delivery option, and we would like to monitor the number of calls and the duration of the calls for research. Okay, fine, and we do not want to call customers who have told us they are not interested. Okay, fine, they are not interested. Okay, and So this column will have the default value of interest potential, but these can be switched to no interest. Okay, fine. And if the customer indicates that they are not interested, okay, fine. And lesson on data validation and drop down list, and allow the entries in column AC to come from a drop down list containing either interest potential or no interest. And okay, fine. So first I'm going to add a drop down list including interest potential or no interest. Okay, so just go to the worksheet and again add a new worksheet. So I'm just going to add a list. Okay, fine. So in the list, interest potential, copy it, paste, and again go to copy no interest and paste it here. Okay, so now I'm going to define a name for this, create from selection, and top row is the header. Okay, fine. Now what do you want to know? And so allow the entries in column AC to come from a drop down list. So in AC we have to add this drop down list. So go to AC and control shift down arrow to select all, fine, and then go to data. So data validation, so I'm just going to add the list, and the list name is list. Okay, just enter. Okay, fine. Now it's list. Okay, so again use an if statement, populate the column with interest potential if the entry in column AB is called and the cell should be blank otherwise. So the AB should be called or it will be blank otherwise. And fine, so I'm just going to put a formula here. Okay, equal to, fine, so I'm going to use if function. So if AB3, okay, so if AB3 is equal to call then it will be interest potential. Okay, so then it will be interest potential, just copy it and paste it. Okay, fine, and otherwise it will represent a blank cell, fine. Then okay, fine, good. Now what they want to know, change the sixth entry that says interest potential to no interest. So sixth, okay, fine, and count down six ignoring blanks and replace the formula in that cell ignoring blanks. Okay, fine, so in sixth entry, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is the one I'm just going to change it no interest. Fine. Now what do you want to know, how many calls are made to that customer for this order, how many calls. So here is the calls number, calls made 4, just copy it down and paste it here. Okay, and then we also want to calculate the average time spent on calls per order number, but we don't want an error message to appear if the calls has not been made, but rather say not called yet. And okay, fine, and populate column AS so that it shows if they were a client to be called, the average duration of the calls made to them if an error results from the calculations, because there have been no calls yet made, report not called yet. Okay, fine, and if they were not a customer to call, leave a blank cell. Okay, fine, and then oh, there is a condition, we don't want an error message. Okay, and at the top of the column, calculate the average of the column. Okay, fine, so first I'm going to use a formula here. So if error, okay, so I'm going to use if error for not getting the error message. Okay, so if error, I'm just find out the average time on call. So for getting average call duration divided by calls made. Okay, fine. And if value is error, then it will be blank. Okay, so just enter. Fine, here it is. Now on the top of the column, calculate the average of this column. So find out and two decimal place. So find out here calculate. Okay, so just average. I'm going to find the average. Okay, fine, average of average time on calls. Okay, fine, and okay, fine, just end this. And here it is, and I need two decimal points, so I can use round function and 2 here. Okay, fine, and here is the answer. Just copy it down and paste it here. And then we would like to see which of our orders are generating the most revenues, and if an order has an order total of more than 1000, we will call this a star order. Okay, fine, and populate the column AJ, a star order proposal A with the value star, and if the order total is more than 1000. Okay, fine, and if it is not, the cell should simply remain blank. And how many stars orders are there? So first of all, we have to go to AG, fine, is equal to if function, and then if the order total. Okay, so go to the order total. If the order total is greater than 1000, okay, fine, and then it will represent as a star, and otherwise it will be blank. Okay, fine, then enter. And here it is, star fine, and I'm just going to count this by COUNTIFS function. Okay, fine, then star order proposal A, and then again we are going to count star. Okay, so in this, here's the answer, 189. Just copy it down and paste it here. Okay, fine. A consultant asks us to consider star order proposal B, which classifies order according to 5 star more than 1000 and 4 star more than 500 up to 1000, and simply blank 500 or below. Okay, fine. So from 0 to 500 it will be blank, and 500 to 1000 it will be 4 star, and greater than 1000 it will be 5 star. Okay, so go to the AH. So again in H, I'm going to use if function tab, and if the order total is greater than 1000, then it will represent as a 5 star. Okay, 5 star, and otherwise again I'm going to use another if function. If order total is greater than 500, it will represent 4 star. Okay, fine, and otherwise it will remain blank. And I have closed this one. Fine, and here it is. So now how many 4 star? Okay, so just go here and use count function. So COUNTIFS and star order proposal B and count 4 stars. Okay, 4 star, and here it is. 106 is the answer. Just copy it down and paste it. Okay. So now we would like to deputy sales manager to make the courtesy call if the order is a star order, and we have flagged the order as a call that needs to be made, and if there are a customer to call and there is star order. Okay, so customer to call and there is star order according to proposal A, then we want the deputy sales manager to call them. Okay, fine. And populate column AI is the deputy manager to call, and with an appropriate if statement, how many calls will the deputy sales manager have to make. So go to deputy to call. Okay, fine. So I'm going to use if function again. If and so if customer to call is equal to call again star order proposal A is equal to star, then it will represent call. Okay, and otherwise it will be blank. Okay, and enter, and here it is. So now I'm just going to how many calls a deputy manager have to make, so count it. Okay, so use count function again, count is again, count is deputy, just tab comma again, just going to count call. Okay, and it enter, it's 96. Just copy it down and go to paste it here. Okay, fine. And we would like the sales manager to make a different courtesy call if the average call time is greater than 7 minutes and the order is a 4 star or 5 star order, and but only if we have flagged the order as a call that needs to be made, and if the average call time is more than 7 minutes. Okay, fine, and the order is 4 star or 5 star order according to proposal B, then we want the sales manager to call them, and if the customers has not been called here, the manager should not call them. Okay, fine. And populate column A J manager to call with the appropriate if statement, and you may need to incorporate a does not equal or for not called it. Okay, and how many calls does. Okay, fine. So I'm just average call time more than 7 and 4 star 5 star. Okay, and there must be add a condition for does not equal. Okay, so just go to here and going to add a formula here. Okay, so is equal to if and okay, so average time on call if it's greater than 7, and again average time call is not equal. Okay, if it's blank, then okay, fine, it is blank, then other than blank. Okay, other than blank, and then again order. Okay, fine, or function, and if star proposal is equal to 4 star. Okay, 4 star, and then comma again star proposal if it's is equal to 5 star. Okay, and fine. Now to represent call, otherwise blank. Okay, so enter this one. Fine. Now I'm just going to count it. Okay, fine. So COUNTIFS function, COUNTIFS function. So manager to call, and then going to count call. Okay, fine. Just enter it, and it's 42. Copy, paste. So submit it. Wow, it's 100%. Okay, fine, fine. Thank you once again.